Good morning, you guys. Welcome back to today's video. It is April 16th of 2026. I'm not quite done my session, but I want to just do the recording now because I want to show you what the heat map looks like, because eventually I'm not going to be able to see this. But overall, we're still very much bullish. We're actually at new all-time highs. So my 4-hour order block is all the way down here. So really what today I'm using is the 1 hour. Now the 1 hour liquidity grab order block, very clean, and then we kind of move up from there. So in terms of the 5 minute, what does it look like? Now the 5 minute was a little bit messy today, because the first thing is we have this break here. That would be break 1. And we have a second break here. Now this is all kind of pre New York, but it could still work. It is a bit more risky, but and then we have generally just a giant liquidity grab down here. Now personally what I wanted to see is, because we do have all of this low resistance liquidity, break 1, break 2. Now technically we are still bullish in this scenario, but because of the all-time highs, I wanted to see a reaction, like another break in my favor, which I didn't quite get. I was hoping for it to be right here. Man, ES does that a lot. It always closes right below, or right on. It's happening a lot. But right here, I would consider this to be a wick transfer, but maybe I should change that to a break, because if it breaks, if it's right at that same price point, I don't know. But anyways, so there's two scenarios, right? I could have taken the trade just based off of this in general, but this is not super clean to me in terms of absorption and the heat map, because what that looks like here is we just have huge selling and then huge buying. Here we see a little bit of absorption, which would be pretty much, I can do that. Let's see, get huge selling, big buying, and then sellers try again and get absorbed. 801, 801. So maybe you could have gone in somewhere around here. But again, to me that's kind of messy. I would have just preferred to see a break. Now let's say this was a break right here. We would have had a liquidity grab right here, and this is a bit of a cleaner entry for me. Let's see, we got this general entry of an order block, right? We come back in, and this is where the action starts to happen, because once we grab the liquidity right here, you can see big trades, big sells coming in, not particularly getting rewarded. You see huge negative deltas comparatively to the upper side of the candle, again not being rewarded. So what that looks like on the heat map is literally right here. We grab the liquidity, so we see big amounts of selling coming in right at the end of the candle, and it doesn't move price down, right? We start initiating to the upside, so buyers are now lifting price. We do an attempt to come back down, doesn't work. We lift again, attempt back down again. So really it's like you low-key could have gone in anywhere in here. I think, again, for me, it's because I want to see an attempt immediately get rejected. So I do have to kind of train my eyes to see that better. But I would assume my entry would probably be somewhere right here, maybe. Let's see, 751.50. This was at 8:30. 751.50 at 8:30. probably would have done 5 points, target the highs, something like this. Yeah, because basically what I'm looking for on the heat map and on the deep charts, on the footprint chart, I'm just looking for, again, negative deltas, in this case to be absorbed, big sellers coming in, and then I'm going to start looking at the heat map. Because coming from TradingView, I already know that we're in our entry area, we've grabbed liquidity. Now I look at the deep chart, this is the exact same chart. So if I turn this off, right, we grab this liquidity point, sellers get absorbed, and then I'm just looking for an entry on the heat map. So on this side, yeah, so sellers get absorbed, we push up, we try once, we try twice, we fail, we start lifting, entry. Again, I think it depends on the speed of that reaction, where sellers come in and they get rejected. That's where I'd want to get in. But we'll see if there's anything else for the day. So far, I don't really imagine so. Oh, I did forget. I actually did take a counter trend sell. And I'll just show you that really quick. So basically, this was our break, this was our order block, and this was our liquidity grab. I did get in a little bit late. I got in somewhere like right around here. I did a 5-point stop. I think. So I remember the 1-to-1 portion was like all the way down here. So like this was kind of like my entry. So I achieved 1-to-1 and then I went break even. In terms of what that looks like on a footprint chart, it's actually very clean. I kind of spotted it a little bit too late. Where are we? I think it was right here, actually. Yeah. Perfect. So, as you can see, we enter our, again, starting from scratch, liquidity grab, we tap into the order block. I'm immediately looking at my footprint chart. We see huge amounts of buyers get absorbed up here, and what that looks like on a heat map is right here. So once I see the absorption and the big trades indicator, right, I'm moving over to the heat map, and what do I see on here? We see attempts coming in, and then we see a sharp rejection, right? So even here, buyers got absorbed. I don't think we quite touched, yeah, we haven't, only this one did. So buyers get absorbed, we kind of push up again, and then sellers kind of take over, and then that's where I got in. This one is less of an attempt, but again, if I had spotted my eye more specifically, it depends on how fast these sellers get rejected, or sorry, these buyers get rejected. Because buyers come in, get absorbed, we push down, and we attempt to come back up slightly, and then we immediately start pushing back down. So right here, at this price level of 59.50, buyers get absorbed again. But yeah, so we did take one trade today. It was break even. I don't think I would have liked this setup using like the fractals of this over here. There's no real clean entry. If there was a break right here, this would have been the best setup. Pretty sure that's the move. Yeah, because sellers come in, lift. I don't know, like, I don't really see absorption. I'm just gonna put this down. Let me turn off everything here. I guess you see a little bit of absorption down here, and then initiation. So you could see absorption, and then initiation, and then sellers attempt again. I guess you could have gone in somewhere around here, because pretty much this candle is this initiation is this right here, this at 8 o'clock is this, sellers attempting again, and they don't push price further down, and we continue up. So let's say I got in at 53.73. 53.73. Stops are a little bit big. Let's say I went with 5 points again, just to cover the stops. This would have been break even. Yeah. So ideally, again, if we had a break here, this would have been the best setup. Sorry, I'm just repeating everything because I need to get it into my brain. Liquidity grab, we come up, right? Sellers try to sell off again, sell off again, sell off again. We don't really move price anywhere further than that, and then we start lifting up. So really, entry was somewhere in between here. Yeah. So that's all I have for you guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow for Friday.